We are again left stranded by Nice Bus. This has happened numerous times in the past couple of weeks. The 16 is missing at 8:05 once again. I didn't make videos those times. I'm going to make a video this time. It's supposed to be here 8:05. Now you have buses running off the 25 into the place that could actually fill the run. But we all know Transdev, they're too cheap to do that. Uh, I know there's some buses that run off the 25 that instead of going back to depot, they could fill this 16 run, but they're not going to do that. It's just not going to show up. And that's what you get. They're going to leave us a half an hour out here, another half an hour waiting for the next n16 to show up. Because Nice Bus sucks. And that's why the MTA should come back. I will never change my mind on that. The only way this is going to get better is the MTA comes back. That's the only way. It's the only way. Otherwise, it's only going to get worse. And I'll stand here, but you know they're not going to fill the run. It's already 8:07. So I didn't see it on the tracker. This is what you get with Nice Bus. It's just so unreliable. And then they cut one of the n15 runs too, one of the short runs. You know, Transdev's always running their mouth. We're not cutting service. You are cutting service. Don't say that. Company is a for-profit company. MTA is not for profit. This is why you need MTA back here. All right. I'm never going to stop about this. MTA needs to come back. It's the only way we're going to have reliable bus service in Nassau County, because this just keeps happening over and over again. It's one thing in the city when you have buses missing. They run every 5 to 10 minutes. Here, they run every half an hour. And there isn't even another 15 for another half an hour. So, because they got rid of that short run 15, which I would have taken if it did show up, but it didn't. So this is what you get. At least they get a little extra time here in Rockville Center, I guess. There's no sense standing here and waiting. I might as well just walk around Rockville Center some more. Yep, this is what you get with Nice Bus. This company is an utter joke, Transdev. I'm sure there was a breakdown somewhere and they didn't fill the run. And then the next bus is going to be overcrowded. And I could take the train going back. I could. But I don't really feel like going through Jamaica. It's kind of sketchy over there, too. You know? Could walk to the 25. I guess maybe that would make more sense at this point, because the next train doesn't go to Lynbrook. But this is what you get with Nice Bus. They're horrible, man. Transdev is a joke. They're awful. I'm going to go in this video, I'm going to attach a thread that was written by somebody on Reddit about how bad Nice Bus is. They shouldn't even call it nice, because it's not nice. The Suffolk County Transit actually seems to be more reliable than they are lately these days. Even EBT, I haven't had too many problems with the past month. But this has been going on a lot. We've been having a lot of missing buses. They don't fill the runs. They have buses running off that could fill those runs, but they choose not to because Transdev is too cheap to pay the drivers the overtime required to do that. Because this is a company that cuts quarters. They're a for-profit bus company. They are not here for the people. They're here for their own pockets. So that I'll wait a little bit longer, but I'm gonna leave this paradise here in a moment here. It's just not gonna show up. I know it. I know it. It's just not gonna show up. Plus, these privileged people here don't have to worry about having to deal with these buses. They don't care. You have buses that are running off the 25 in Lynbrook. I know they go out of service, and they could fill the run. They could drive. They'd be a little bit late. There's one that gets in around 7:57. Drive over here, probably take 10 minutes. Start the run at 8:10. But do they do that? No, they don't do that. This is why Transdev's a problem. The MTA was here. They always made every effort to cover the runs when there was a missing run. I remember having breakdowns with Long Island Bus, and they had to take buses that were running off and fill the run. But Transdev, no, they don't do that. They don't do that. They just leave you standing out here for another half an hour. I will say it, and I've said it a million times. Nice Bus sucks. Nice Bus needs to go away, and MTA Long Island Bus needs to come back. I don't care if people say it's never going to happen. I don't care about that. It's never going to change my mind, because you're never going to get proper bus service unless the MTA comes back. Transdev is incapable of providing reliable bus service. They are completely incapable of it. I don't care what their little metrics say in their little meeting that I was part of, the MDBF or whatever, with the cases. Yeah, their MDBF is longer, but so are the average route times. The average miles on the routes are longer. So it's misleading in a way, comparing it to New York City Transit, which is far more reliable than Nice Bus will ever dream to be. Bus rolling in right now. You see that radiator? It's very dirty. All right, you'll see it in a minute. They don't maintain. They don't do maintenance here at this company. They don't do maintenance. There's no excuse to leave people out here. They're going to keep people waiting out here now for a while. So here's this bus. Let's get the radiator in the back. It's kind of dirty in the back. No, I can't. I mean, that's painted white, but it looks like it's gray, which means it's dirty. So to me, that indicates that there's a dirty radiator on that bus. But they don't, they don't maintain their buses. They don't take care of their buses the way they should be. MTA does a much better job with maintenance. They're far more reliable. But congestion pricing is going to start Sunday, and we get absolutely nothing out of it here in Nassau County. We're not going to get better bus service. We're not going to get anything. Honestly, if I was Governor Hochul, I'd say we're going to have congestion pricing. Then Nice Bus needs to come back to the MTA. Long Island Bus needs to come back. I don't care what the county says. We're taking control of it. The state needs to take control of this crap. But she doesn't care because they're all in on the racket. The Transdev and all the corrupt politicians are all part of. They're all part of this. It's a whole racket. And the people are getting screwed. The people who ride the bus in Nassau County. People are getting screwed. The environment is getting screwed because guess what? Probably half. I don't care what NICE statistics are. They carry half of what Long Island Bus carried. All right? They carry half. All right? So you have a lot more people with cars on the road, a lot more pollution in the environment. Nice Bus has contributed tremendously, more than any other thing in Nassau County to climate change, was changing us over to Nice Bus. That is the biggest thing Nassau County did to hurt the environment. This is the next one. This is the next bus. This is not. I might have to get the. See, just turned it off. I might have to get the 15 because I'm gonna get back late now. I won't get home until 10 o'clock now. I want to go for a walk. The drivers can't speak up about it, but I know what's going on. I know what's going on. They do a lot of deadheading. They don't want to pay the overtime when their bus is breaking down. And they're like, oh, we're converting some of these deadhead routes to runs. But you're still missing the point, is that you're having buses missing and you have buses running off. And those buses running off should fill those runs. And don't give me this crap about, oh, well, it takes time to pull out a bus. Yeah, but you knew that. They probably knew this run was missing hours ago. They don't bother fixing it. They don't bother filling it. They don't care. They're awful. That's why I'm including, in the end part of this video, the thread that somebody wrote on Reddit about just how bad Nice Bus is. Because it's terrible. It's compared to the MTA, it's shit. All right? That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to have to take the 15 now, which is going to be crowded because, again, they took away 15 service. And, again, you've got to remember something. Transdev is a for-profit company. So, let's you see all these people here that are stranded here waiting. But Transdev is a for-profit company. They make money by running crowded buses. You remember, MTA, they're funded by people. Right? They make money by running crowded buses. So they cut service, the buses are more crowded, and they make more money that way. It's bad for the rest of us, but this is what you get with Transdev. Right? Yes, you suck, Transdev. All right? I want the MTA to come back, and I'm never going to rest until it does. It's that simple. Look at all these people who are stranded. This bus is going to be crowded now as a result. I might just get on the 15 really. I'm going to be all going crowded anyway. All right, as promised, I'm going to read to you this rant against Nice Bus because I know I'm not the only one out there who can't stand Nice Bus. So I'm going to read this to you, and it says, I take the LIRR and the Nice Bus to work from Queens to Hicksville. It is a relatively decent, quiet commute with not much difficulty aside from the oncoming
common train delay and the cold weather on the platform. LRR trains tend to be warm, cleanish, and full of other commuters just trying to get to their job. My job is starting to get kind of toxic, but that's another story, he says. So he says, the one part that really messes with me is the nice bus. I have dealt with late and shitty buses in the city, looking at you, Flushing, but the nice bus takes the cake. What an absolute disaster of a bus system. I've been skipped by buses, had buses that never showed up with other people waiting alongside me, had drivers driving recklessly or without stopping at the stop myself and other people are trying to get off at. I am disabled and have an MTA reduced Metro card, and Global Nice app doesn't even have a reduced fare ticket when you email a specific email. I have a real and true hatred for the nice bus, and I can't wait to quit this job so I never have to stand there humiliated while tons of people fly by me in their $100,000 car, splashing me with the rainwater, while I get on a bus with tweakers asking people to pay for their fare. It's just so bad. So good credit. I'm glad that he's been able to overcome his disability and able to work. But it says, looking at some of the comments, I'll see if there's anything. Public transit is not. Let's see if there are any. But it was just a very well written post. NICE is operated by a private company. This is the point I'm making here, with an incentive to reduce costs, not provide reliable service. And that's the other thing about NICE too. So yeah, it's ridiculous. It's just unbelievable that this bus is just and there's another issue that I'm going to talk about, and that's the fact that they're phasing out the reduced fare Metro cards. But NICE does not take Omni yet. Show up at the next committee meeting, and he should do social media like I do. How bad NICE bus is. And yeah, this is why you can't even rely on it to get to anywhere, especially if you have a job. You cannot rely on it at all. So I'm glad that this person wrote this post, and I really I agree with everything he said. It's unbelievable. Yeah, you have to email them. I mean, it's unbelievable. But this is what we get here in Nassau County. And Nice Bus has only gotten worse since Bruce Blakeman took over. So it's not just Transdev. I'm not going to completely, blame them completely for this. But, they are a private company out to make a profit. And I know that we have local companies in Suffolk County that provide bus service. But they are generally, they're not making money on the contracts, I think, with the county. They don't make money on those contracts. They're there to provide a service, and they generally just break even on it, I think. But Transdev, they have every incentive to profit, and they do. So there's a big difference. And honestly, Suffolk County has done a lot better job with bus service. They've got Wi-Fi on their buses now. They're trying to get people on the buses. They redesigned the system. I think the service has improved a lot. Whereas NICE has just continued to go downhill. Because in Suffolk County, you have a county executive that cares about people, Ed Romaine. And in Nassau, we have a jerk who is basically very, just one of the, he's a vile, vile person, Bruce Blakeman. That's all I'm going to say. So thank you for watching, and good night. And if you don't have to take NICE bus, be glad you don't, because it's not nice.